The yellow pencil on the white tablecloth was broken in half. It had been that way since the funeral 3 weeks ago.
Just eat something, Leon. We don't have all night.
Emma passed by with a tray of drinks and saw the boy at table 14, his sketchbook open to a blank page. He hadn't moved in 20 minutes. She returned a moment later and set a sharpened pencil beside his untouched water glass.
Sometimes a new start is all we need.
Who is she? No one has looked at me like that since Mama died.
Emma smiled once more and walked back toward the kitchen, glancing over her shoulder with a worried look.
Leon, put that pencil down. You are here to eat, not waste time.
But the boy didn't open the sketchbook. His fingers tightened around the wood, knuckles whitening.
I can't. It's gone. All of it.
3 days later, they returned to the same table. The sketchbook was still blank, the pencil now worn down from nervous handling.
You've been carrying that book for weeks and not drawn a line. Your mother would hate this self-pity.
She'd hate it more that I can't even remember her face anymore.
Emma passed by with a tray and caught the father's sharp words. She saw the boy's shoulders drop and felt something crack inside.
That poor child, he's trapped in there. What would grandmother tell me to do? Asti, Cardula Mo, draw what your heart remembers. Her voice was as clear as if she were standing right beside me.
Emma made a decision. She would slip a note and one of her own old sketches into the boy's book, something to open a door. But before she could move, the restaurant manager's voice cut through the kitchen. Emma, table 6 needs hands. Now, she glanced back at the boy, still frozen at his table, and promised herself she would try again tomorrow.
One more try. One more, and then I am done.
After her shift, Emma unlocked the door of her small apartment and went straight to the wooden box buried in the back of her closet. Inside lay a small framed photograph of a young woman with a gentle smile. Emma hadn't looked at it in months.
Grandmother's voice came back, as clear as that day. She was the best of us. You must keep her close.
She placed the portrait back in the box and opened her own sketchbook, worn from years of use. She found the page she wanted, a quick sketch of a stone house under olive trees, drawn when she was not much older than the boy in the restaurant. On a small slip of paper, she wrote, "For your empty pages. Maybe this helps." She folded the note around the sketch and tucked them deep into the pocket of her apron.
Tomorrow, I'll give it to him, no matter what the manager says.
She glanced one last time at the woman in the photograph before closing the lid. Some stories from the old village were never meant to stay buried forever. The next evening, the boy and his father returned. Victor's phone rang, and he stepped outside, leaving Leon alone at the table.
I used to draw too, after I lost someone. It helped me remember the good things.
Why would you care about my drawings? No one else does.
Because empty pages can feel louder than anything, and you deserve to fill yours.
Before he could respond, she tucked the folded sketch into his sketchbook and stepped back.
What are you doing near my son? I told you to leave him alone.
Emma retreated without a word, and Leon slid the sketchbook under his arm, hiding the note. Later, in the dim light of his bedroom, Leon pulled out the folded paper and opened it. The drawing of a stone house trembled in his hands.
Mama, I still can't see your face, but I feel you in this place.
He picked up the worn pencil and held it over a fresh page, his hand steadier than it had been in weeks. But the lines that came were not the boy's. They were scratches, heavy, dark, and fractured. The page filled with chaos.
It's all wrong. It's like I've forgotten how to hold a thought.
He tore the page out, crushed it into a tight ball, and threw it across the room just as his father pushed open the door.
What is this mess? I told you to stop with this nonsense. You are embarrassing yourself.
Leon said nothing. He turned to the wall, his face a closed door. The next night at the restaurant, Leon sat with his hands in his lap. No sketchbook, no pencil, only his untouched plate.
He's given up. The sketch didn't work. What more can I do?
As she cleared tables, a small, crumpled ball of paper near the boy's usual seat caught her eye. She recognized the torn edge of a sketchbook page. When no one was looking, she picked it up and slipped it into her apron. Later, in the quiet of the service corridor, she unfolded it.
This isn't failure. This is a child screaming onto a page. He's trying to remember.
When Victor stepped away to take yet another call, Emma saw her chance. She smoothed the crumpled paper against her apron and walked over.
This is where you are right now, isn't it? All storm and no shape.
It's just garbage. Like everything I try to do now.
No, Leon. It's a beginning. My grandmother used to say, art is how we invite the dead to sit with us again.
I can't. I can't even remember her face anymore. It's just gone.
I have her face in my locker. I could show him, but no. He has to find her himself first. Then let the lines remember for you. Keep drawing. The hand knows things the mind forgets.
She speaks like Mama used to. Before the silence,
Emma placed the crumpled page beside his water glass and walked back to the kitchen without looking back.
maybe if I start with the chaos, the shape will come. One more try.
That night, under the desk lamp, Leon opened his sketchbook again. He began a single, trembling oval in the center of the page.
Just the shape first. Her hair fell like this. And there was that little curl by her ear.
You are at it again? I thought we agreed. No more of this. Who's been encouraging you?
No one. I am just trying something. It's not a big deal.
Victor said nothing more, but the next afternoon, he walked straight to the back of the restaurant and found Emma by the service station.
I don't know what you are playing at, but stop encouraging this fantasy. It's unhealthy, and it's not your place.
He needs to express his grief. I am not trying to.
You are a waitress. Stay in your place.
Emma clenched her fists until her nails bit into her palms. Later, alone in the staff locker room, she opened her bag and looked at the framed portrait.
Stay in my place? My place is holding the memory of someone he never knew he lost. How am I supposed to stay there?
A few days later, Leon returned to the restaurant with his sketchbook tucked under his arm. While his father took a call, he opened it to the page with the small oval.
Just a few more lines. Her hair should fall in waves. There was a curl, something special about it.
When Leon excused himself to the restroom, the sketchbook lay wide open on the white tablecloth, the unfinished silhouette vulnerable and waiting. Emma passed by and saw the open page. The emerging bone structure stopped her cold. She had seen that exact face in the photograph every day for years.
He's so close, but he's missing the detail that made her face sing. One small curl. I could give him that much.
She picked up the pencil and with a trembling hand added a tiny, distinct spiral curl just above the left ear of the silhouette. She hurried away toward the kitchen without looking back, her hands shaking. Leon slid back into his chair, glanced down, and froze. His fingers touched the new curl as if it might burn him.
Wait, I didn't draw that curl. It was hers. How? Who put this here?
He grabbed the sketchbook and scanned the dining room with wild eyes, but the waitress with the kind smile was already gone. Leon pushed through the service door, but stopped a young busboy clearing plates. He pointed toward the wrinkled staff schedule, pinned near the kitchen.
The waitress with the bun. What's her name? I need to talk to her.
The busboy glanced at the schedule. Emma, but she had already clocked out and left for the night.
Emma. She knew about the curl. She knew Mama somehow.
At home, he sat on the edge of his bed and stared at the tiny curl. It glowed under the lamp like an ember.
I remember now. She used to twirl that curl when she was thinking, and her eyes were just like mine.
He picked up the worn pencil and began to draw, faster than he had ever moved before. The face emerged in strokes and shadows. The high cheekbones, the gentle slope of the nose, the quiet smile she always wore. Morning light spilled through the window as he added the last shading. He dropped the pencil and stared at the woman who now lived on the page.
Mama.
Victor pushed open Leon's door and stopped cold. The boy was slumped over his desk, asleep, but propped against the lamp was a face that made the room tilt.
Sophia, it's like she's right here. How did you do this?
Dad? I remembered. There was a curl, and the waitress, Emma, she knew about it. She helped me.
Emma, the waitress I told to stay away? She knew about Sophia's hair.
Victor stepped back, pulled out his phone, and captured the portrait. He sent it to a business associate with a message. "Look what my boy did." The image spread faster than wildfire, picked up by news outlets and shared by celebrities. By evening, millions were looking at Sophia Sterling. He placed a hand on Leon's shoulder without a word. It was the first gentle touch the boy had felt from his father since the funeral.
Everyone sees her now, but Emma. She's the one who brought her back. Where is she?
And in a small restaurant locker across the city, a framed photograph rested, unaware of the firestorm gathering just outside its wooden door. Victor stared at the image on his phone, a strange unease settling in his chest. Somewhere out there, the waitress would soon see the same face looking back at her. During her shift break, Emma slumped into a plastic chair and opened the news app. The top story made her freeze.
Number. That's the drawing he was working on. That's her face, but how?
She zoomed in until the curl above the left ear was unmistakable. Her coffee cup shattered on the floor.
That curl I added. He finished it. He found his mother.
She rushed to her locker, fumbled with the lock, and pulled out the framed photograph. Holding the phone beside the glass, the two images merged into one woman. Same bone structure, same gentle half-smile.
Sophia. Your son remembered you because of me. Because grandmother never let me forget you.
She slid down the locker door until she was sitting on the cold tile, tears spilling onto the frame.
I have to tell them. Even if he hates me for it, they deserve to know where she came from.
Emma wiped her face with her apron and stood up, tucking the portrait into her bag. Her shift was almost over, and she knew where she needed to go. Emma pushed open the restaurant door. There they were, Victor leaning forward, Leon drawing with a steady hand.
He's drawing again. Happy. After all these weeks, he's actually drawing, and Victor is watching.
She stood frozen at the entrance, every instinct telling her to turn around and walk away.
You again? I told you to stay away. What could you possibly have to say?
Mr. Sterling, I need to show you something. It's about your wife.
Victor's jaw tightened. Leon stopped drawing, his pencil frozen in midair as he looked up.
Please, just 5 minutes. Then I promise I'll leave you alone.
Victor stared at her for a long moment. Then, almost imperceptibly, he nodded toward an empty back room. Emma followed him, clutching the envelope. Leon watched them disappear, a question forming on his lips. She stood before him in the dim room, the envelope trembling in her hands. The secret of Sophia's hidden past was about to break open. She slid the envelope across the small table. Victor unwrapped the tissue paper, and the glass frame caught the dim light.
This is Sophia as a girl. Where did you get this?
My grandmother kept it. She was the village healer back home, and she practically raised Sophia.
Sophia never spoke much about her childhood, but she mentioned a healer once.
Your wife was like a daughter to my grandmother. When she left to marry you, it broke the old woman's heart.
Victor lowered himself into a chair, the photograph still in his hands, his breath uneven.
All these years, I never knew where she truly came from.
I think she left because she fell in love with you, but she missed the village terribly. She wanted to take you there. I didn't know any of this until I saw your son's drawing online. The curl, the eyes, they matched exactly.
Victor looked up at the waitress who held the other half of his wife's story. The room felt smaller now, filled with a presence neither of them had expected. Victor opened the door and called his son. Leon, standing awkwardly in the dining room, hesitated, then walked toward the small back room. He stepped inside and froze. On the small table lay his own pencil drawing of his mother and a framed photograph he had never seen before. The resemblance stopped his breath.
That's her too. How is this possible?
I have stories about her. Leon, stories my grandmother told me.
She began to speak, her voice low but steady. The dim room seemed to fill with the scent of olive trees and honeysuckle.
She was my grandmother's favorite. She climbed the highest olive tree at 6, and my grandmother had to coax her down with honey cakes. She drew on the cottage walls. Every room had a little sketch from her.
She drew on walls.
I never knew. She kept all this inside.
She was an artist, Leon. You come by it honestly. She would be so proud of you.
Leon hugged the framed photograph to his chest, tears spilling onto the glass. "Thank you, Emma," he whispered. After a long silence, Victor cleared his throat and spoke words he had not practiced in decades.
I misjudged you. I am sorry. Please, join us for dinner at our home. You've given my son back his mother.
I don't know what to say. I only did what felt right.
Please come, Emma. I want to show you my room and all my new drawings.
That evening, Emma found herself in the Sterling penthouse, surrounded by marble and silence. But Leon pulled her to the sofa and opened a dusty photo album. Victor brought out more albums. Pages turned, revealing a young Sophia frozen in time, laughing, painting, dancing.
That's Demetrius, the village baker. He taught Sophia to dance on his flower-dusted terrace.
Show me more. There's so much I never knew about her.
We should go there. You deserve to see where she came from, Leon. And you, Emma, you should go home.
I haven't been back since I left. It feels like another life.
Then we'll go together. All three of us. Next week.
Leon pulled Emma away from the adults and down the hall to his room. The walls were covered with sketches now.
Come see. I've drawn every day since you gave me that first pencil, but I want to make something new. Draw with me. You are an artist too, please.
He handed her a sharpened pencil. She took it, then sat beside him at the desk. Emma drew a small olive branch in the corner of the page. Leon watched, then began his own lines.
I want to draw her happy, like she never left the village, like the sun never set.
His pencil moved fast, now sketching a young girl with long hair running through wild flowers.
She's just like the stories. Every time I heard them, I imagined her just like this.
Emma's eyes glistened, but she didn't wipe them. She let the tears fall as she watched the page come alive.
It's not done yet, but it will be.
Leon worked late into the night, the desk lamp his only companion. For the first time, he reached for the colored pencils Victor had bought him years ago. By morning, the drawing was complete. A young girl in a field of sunflowers, olive trees behind her, and a stone cottage in the distance. He wrapped the drawing in brown paper and carried it to the restaurant like a fragile secret.
Emma, I finished it. It's for you.
Emma tore the paper open, and her hands began to tremble.
Oh, Leon, this is her. This is my Sophia.
The drawing was a burst of life. A girl with a sunflower in her hair, a village path under her feet, and a sky that seemed to laugh.
She's happy because you told me the stories. I wanted to give her back to you.
Emma knelt and pulled him into a hug, her tears wetting his shoulder.
You've given her back to me. I'll treasure this forever.
Victor had watched the scene from near the kitchen, his phone silent for once. He stepped forward, now clearing his throat.
I want to do something permanent. I'll fund an art school in that village, in Sophia's name.
Yes, and we can go there. I want to see the olive trees and the cottage you told me about.
Next week, the three of us. Emma, you'll be our guide.
That evening, maps and flight confirmations covered the Sterling dining table. Leon traced the route with his finger.
I haven't been home in so long. I am nervous, but I want to show you everything.
Before they left, Emma had the old photograph copied. She slipped the original into her bag, but handed a new print to Leon.
You should have this, Leon. It's the first picture I ever had of her. Keep her close.
Thank you. You are like family now.
The tickets were booked, and a small village across the sea was about to receive 3 visitors it never expected. The small plane touched down on a runway lined with cypress trees. The air smelled of wild thyme and baked earth. They drove through endless silver-green olive groves, the road winding higher until the white villing finish natural. until the white whined. When the car stopped, Leon opened the door before the engine cut off, his sketchbook already in his hand.
That's the cottage, the one with the blue shutters. That's where she grew up.
It's real. All the stories. She really was here.
Victor and Emma followed at a slower pace, watching Leon run ahead, his sketchbook flapping like a bright wing.
She used to sit on that very wall and draw the valley, just like you do.
Can I draw here? Right now?
He opened the sketchbook to a fresh page, the pencil already moving, the olive trees and white houses taking shape.
Grandmother would have loved this. Finally, someone else sees the village through her eyes.
Emma pushed open the cottage door. Dust swirled in the light, and on the whitewashed walls, faded drawings appeared. A sun, a cat, a stick figure with long hair.
She was here.
Right here. My grandmother said she never stopped drawing. Every wall in this house has a piece of her.
She never told me about this place.
Victor placed his hand on Leon's shoulder. The three of them stood in the silence of the forgotten room, centuries of sunlight on the walls.
All this time, she was an artist, just like me.
This was my grandmother's chair. She would sit here and tell me stories about the girl who drew on walls.
Leon opened his sketchbook and began to draw the cottage itself, the crooked door, the blue shutters, the vine twisting up the wall.
I'll fill every page with this place, for her.
And somewhere in the old house, the ghosts of a young girl's laughter seemed to settle in the corners, finally at home. The next day, Leon carried his sketchbook to the stone wall facing the village church and began a new drawing.
You haven't eaten all morning. Here, and show me what you've done.
Look, I've filled almost one whole book. That's the baker, and that's the old well.
2 sketchbooks, brimmed with the village, every stone, every olive tree, every face he had met. Before the sun set on their last day, Leon chose 3 drawings and asked Victor to frame them for the cottage walls. In the yard, Victor dug a small hole while Emma carried a young olive tree, its roots wrapped in wet cloth.
For Mama.
They watered the tree together, the soil darkening with the promise of roots. As the car wound down the hill, Leon turned to watch the cottage grow smaller until it was just a white speck.
I'll keep drawing every day for her.
The restaurant closed for a private evening. One wall had become a gallery of Leon's drawings, lit by soft spotlights. Emma's old photograph hung beside Leon's first colored sketch of Sophia. The gift drawing sat in the center, full of sunlight. Guests moved quietly, but 3 figures stood apart, rooted in front of the wall.
She would be so proud of you.
This is my lucky pencil. I'll never throw it away.
He slid it into a new black sketchbook, right beside the printed copy of his mother's portrait. Victor placed his hand on Emma's shoulder, a quiet thank you that needed no words. They stood before the wall, a family stitched together by loss and a single pencil. Outside, the restaurant glowed warm against the night, its windows full of light and life. And on a table in the corner, a new black sketchbook lay open, its first page already filled with the outline of a young girl running through the sun.